What's going on, guys? We are Radio Smash. We're here from Jersey. We're here for Skate and Surf Festival. We actually performed yesterday, and it went pretty well, right?
Yeah, it was a dope set. Seriously, good vibes and just a great crowd. You know, a lot of energy, and people were really going in with what we were putting on. You know, Skate and Surf being primarily a rock, heavy metal festival. We went in, we didn't really know what to expect, and we got on the stage and we were greeted with nothing but positivity and it just great feelings. So it was awesome.
It's great.
Well, it started out. I was pretty young. I downloaded some software on my computer and just to kind of fool around, and then I just kept doing that day in after day out. And a few years went on. Met Sal, who had the ingredients that I didn't have in my production, and we linked up. We started working on stuff together, and then recently we decided to really start taking this as far as we can, and really see how far we can make our music go.
And it was perfect because at the time that I was actually previously into bands and heavy metal music, like that's here at Skate and Surf. I was getting into EDM and starting to fuck around with softwares myself, and just through mutual friends, I heard that AJ was doing his thing with the whole EDM scene. So we met up, and literally within the first day that we met up, it just worked. Been doing it since.
We met through a mutual friend of ours, we actually both have known for like a really long time.
Thank you, Jesse.
Yeah. Shout outs to you.
And then so we actually known each other for what, like 2-3 years now?
2 or 3 years.
And at first when it started, it wasn't exactly as we planned or exactly as it is now. It took us a little while to really get the ball rolling and understand exactly what we had and what we have to offer. So things have really been picking up only for about a couple months now. But I mean, within these past couple months, it's just absolutely amazing.
It's been incredible. It was September. It was around that time, and I got a text from Sal, and he was like, "Dude, we gotta really make this shit move. We have what it takes." And I'm like, you know what? I'm totally down to make this shit happen. So it was a really good time, even in the studio back in the beginning. So yeah,
it worked.
It all just worked. That's really the only way I could explain it, is that it was just, we sat down and just going back and forth. It was like I put down all my ideas into the computer, and then I'd get stuck and I'd get locked up. And at that point, if I was alone, I'd be like, oh shoot, and I'd be done with the song. I wouldn't know how to finish it, And then Sal would come in and be like, oh shit, you just got to do that. And he'll change something, and then I go in, and then he'll go back on it, and just by going back and forth, we're really able to press records that are now not just my thoughts and not just his thoughts, but both of our thoughts combined in the best of it. So.
Yeah, we had actually a bunch of gigs before Game Changer, and like we said, the ball didn't really didn't start rolling, right off the bat, right when we met, and those gigs really reflected on that. They were good. We had a good time doing them. It was awesome, but it definitely wasn't
the same as
it is now.
Definitely
of course.
Not.
It wasn't until we really saw what we had and people started saying what we had that the gigs started getting bigger and better, and we got more into it, and it was just all around better. And then once Game Changer came along, that was just the necessary platform for us to really showcase our music. Game Changers helped us so much. They've given us the do's and don'ts of the industries. Meta, have hooked us up with so many different artists to meet and showcase our music. So can't think of enough. Seriously.
Yeah, right. It all goes out to Game Changer and Game Changer World specifically. Thank you, John. And yeah, without those gigs, our live performances wouldn't be the same way that they are now. Because we learned on a platform of being on a stage, and playing to a concert venue and not playing to a club, and there's a very big difference, and in this new wave of electronic music that we feel that we're on the forthcoming of what's going to be, in future years. Right now, it's only the very beginning of electronic music, so being on a stage and putting on a concert atmosphere with our, stage to audience, how would you even explain that?
It's just, you got to come see one of our shows to understand it. It's just We're different, I promise.
It's different, yeah.
Very,
it really isn't
very.
just, I was never really impressed by anybody who would just kind of hang out on stage, spin a few records. I mean, definitely, it's certainly a talent, without a doubt, but at the same time, it's really not what I'm into, at least, and I think that we have what it's lacked in the past.
Definitely. Without Game Changer, we wouldn't be here now at Skate and Surf. We wouldn't be, able to meet such great artists that we look up to. They've really been an awesome platform for us, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds for us with them, and with all these other shows that we're getting booked on. So it's exciting, man.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to them, seriously.
Honestly, I see Radio Smash in the future. Just no limits. We want to just be able to play our music for as many people as possible. We don't want to bind ourselves by the fame or the money or anything like that. We just really want to be able to get on those big shows, to get in front of that many people, so people hear us and understand us and really see why we are so different and why we pride ourselves on that.
Exactly. And then on top of that, for the future, we're looking into and we're starting to test out our new visual live rig, which is going to consist of a few projectors and a live visual performance, which is going to be done by MC Mr. Sal over here. So
it's very, very, very different. I mean, you're not just getting the music and all that energy that's coming with that.
Along with that, it's visuals that are all synced up with the music, and it's not just random clips up there. It's really going to be like you're watching the music video to the show, and watching the music video to each song, so everything makes sense and you can really visualize what's going on in the record. So
definitely got to come check it out.
It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a blast.
The name Radio Smash really has a lot of meaning to do with the reason why I feel me and AJ first got into this, and why we really pride ourselves. Radio Smash essentially means that we're going to take radio music, mainstream
what is
music,
the radio, yeah,
and smash it essentially, and break it down and redefine it, and take all those pieces and put them back together and add our own original touch to it.
Well, that's the whole idea behind Radio Smash since the beginning, is that we don't go into the studio like, yo, Sal, let's write a banger, dude. Yo, I want to make, no.
We just go in
that.
there and we just write.
There's no, it doesn't
That's it.
fit to this genre, we can't do it like that. No, it's called, do we think it sounds hot? Yeah, okay, then let's make it.
Yeah, and you'll notice that, listening to our music, no two songs ever sound the same.
And we'll have songs that may sound kind of poppy. We'll have songs that sound really fucking dirty, you know what I mean? And some that are really dark,
It's just, we're two human beings.
There's no cage to hold us back.
We're just reflecting ourselves through our music. That's it.
No walls.
To really pick one song that's definitely our favorite that we wrote, for me at least, it's like picking between children.
Really.
I love them all because they're all, like I said before, they're all different. No two songs are ever the same. You're never going to hear two of our songs and really be able to relate them. I will say, though, that this one new song that we're writing on our new EP, which is going to be coming out in a couple weeks, actually,
very shortly,
is very, 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 very emotional. It's got a lot of meaning behind it. It's just basically telling our story and who we are and why we do what we do and where we plan to be. So,
yeah, it actually all started out, I was just fooling around in the studio one morning and I was just banging around on the keys and I made this really cool synth patch and I was like, okay, cool, so let's put some pretty crazy chords behind it, and I didn't really stick to any predetermined musical chord structure or anything like that. I kind of just went off and I was like, this one sounds cool, and I started putting them in different orders and I think I came up with something new. And it's super emotional, it's super melodic, and I feel like it really brings out the love, it brings out the heart in electronic music, which a lot of times electronic music has been known to lack, So with that being said, it's going to feature vocals by Mr. Sal, again, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to finishing that one right now.
It'll be out in a couple weeks, so definitely check it out. Check out our page. You know, keep updated with it, and
Yeah.
hope you guys love it. Honestly, I listen to electronic music almost every single second of every single day. But when I'm not, when you catch me not listening to electronic music, I'm actually listening to heavier music, just metal music, rock music, bands like Asking Alexandria, Day to Remember, Devil Wears Prada. You know, because I really just like the intensity, and that's what I think transfers very well from that music that I listen to the music that we make and the EDM that I specifically listen to. It's very, very intense, very in your face, and that's the music that I like. I mean, what else do you listen to?
Yeah, same here. Besides EDM, I mean, I was always into hip hop. You know, I like old school rap. I'm not really too keen on the new stuff that's out now. Some here and there is definitely cool. You know, but I'm all about the old West Coast '90s sound. You know, like Snoop and Ice Cube and Dre and all those guys. So
shit.
I think.
Thank you to Skate and Surf for having us be a part of this. I mean, we were the only DJs, EDM guys on this, and it meant the world to us to get this opportunity, and especially the way it turned out with all the love that we received over this past weekend. It's just absolutely insane, and you know, big thank you to Game Changer as well too.
Big thank you to Game Changer and Mr. John D specifically. So
thanks, buddy. You know, giving us this huge platform, it really means a lot to us. And thank you to all the family and friends, everybody that's supporting us along the way. Like we always say, this is only the beginning, and there's no end for us. So thank you.